feel the energy in this building. Emporia looking for a marquee win. 49-21, Lady Spartans.
Aguirre finds Wilt's backside, a good find. Step up three, it's good to tie the game. Makes a move, and it goes in, plus the foul. It's out, Wilt's a three, she hit it. Hefner left-handed lay, it's good. Up top Howe, now Aguirre wing, sets up early three, it's good.
It's taken away by Wiltz. Wiltz shoots a floater, got it with the foul.
Checkmate, Emporia wins.
Live from Manhattan here for the final road game of the season for the Emporia High Lady Spartans, as they're going to get ready to take on a good Manhattan Indians team here on the road. And these two teams played earlier here in the regular season at Emporia. Manhattan got the best of the Lady Spartans, winning it 62-29 at Spartan Gymnasium. And a good Manhattan team, maybe a little bit of inconsistency, but when this team is on, it is on. And a team that's 12-6 on the year, 5-3 in Centennial League play, and what's been a tight Centennial League in the top three here on the girls' side of things. In their last three games, it's been a loss to Topeka High at the Dungeon, 64-52. Then it got a win versus Hayden, who's now solidified themselves as the Centennial League champions. Won that game 50-47, the only league loss for Hayden on the season. And then got a win at Junction City, 67-28. And Manhattan really made the Lady Spartans uncomfortable in Spartan Gymnasium, using the full court press and really got in the grill of Emporia. And when Manhattan kind of brought the press back and moved it to kind of a half-court defense, Emporia really played pretty well and kept up good with this Manhattan team. But it was the press that really killed Emporia. And you know, you're Emporia, you're coming into this one 3-15, 1-7 in league play, and you've got an outside chance to maybe just slide in to the sub-state playoffs. And you're going to have to jump a Topeka West team that's 4-12 and's got 2 winnable games left on the schedule. So if you're Emporia, you'll likely have to win out and get a little bit of help, and that's going to start here tonight, trying to upset, again, a Manhattan team that's really good, the 5 seed in 6A West, and they're playing for something too. They could come out and jump Wichita East and even jump Washburn Rural and move all the way up to the 3 seed there. But, I mean, they still have Washburn Rural left on the schedule at home, and they lost 58-28 in Topeka earlier in the season. For Emporia, you know, again, 2 very important games, but you got to take care of business here and try to maybe break the press. You played Topeka on Friday, and Topeka brought the press as well. Another team, you know, under Coach Slaymaker that brings a lot of full court press, and Lady Spartans had to deal with it, dealt with it very well at times, and then there were times where they didn't deal with it as well. But if they can kind of force Manhattan to get out of the press, we've already seen them play well against this team half court, against a Manhattan team that really does not like to kind of slow down. And so it's going to kind of come down to that, I think, for Emporia, just how well they can get through Manhattan's full court press. And then, I mean, once they get across that half court line, just kind of do what they did in Emporia. at that point. But that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back here with starting lineups and tip-off on Eats Out Sports Network. Back in Manhattan as we get ready to get underway here at tonight's starting lineups. First for your visiting Emporia High Lady Spartans, it's senior number 1 Ryan Howe, freshman number 2 Jada Geary, freshman number 11 Macy Davis, freshman number 13 Sydney Beheimer, and senior wearing number 44 today rather than 25 Adea Hefner. And for the Manhattan Lady Indians here at home, it's junior number 1 Delaney Larson, sophomore number 4 Yelena Depkiswa, and junior number 13 Kat Ball, along with sophomore number 15 Bailey Bush, and senior number 22 Isabel Peabody. Emporia without Bailey Wiltz tonight. Here, going against A double-digit win Manhattan team wearing an alternate pink uniforms tonight for a pink out. Emporia in the black. It's Depuswa and Davis. Same starting lineup for Manhattan as that game a while back. The tip goes to Manhattan. Ball moves quickly, just as we expected from Manhattan. Trying to get quickly going out the gate. It's Larson, short corner, Peabody. Right back to Bush. Bush will go in with the right, trying to work around Howe, and rolls it in on the right side. Too early for Bailey Bush, and now the full court press that we expected as well from Manhattan. Davis in trouble. Emporia has to get it across. And eventually Howe does, but threw it back to Davis. It'll be a backcourt. And Manhattan will get it right back. It's cap ball inbounding to Delaney Larson at half court for Manhattan. It's off the ball, thought about the three on the left wing, drives inside, floats one up and in off the glass. 2 for cap ball, 4-0 start for Manhattan. Deep pass into Hefner now across to Geary. Emporia gets by easily this time. Geary tried to go up with it. It got kind of tipped and that went out of bounds. Last off of Geary, Manhattan basketball. Larson runs the floor for Manhattan. Now off the ball on the wing, finds Depuswa on a cut, missed from the right side. Davis able to grab the Emporia rebound. Lady Spartans will get the stop, and now Davis brings it down the floor for Emporia. Spinning around, Larson took it away. Larson will work one-on-one against Beheimer. Goes from the right side and in. 6-0 start for Manhattan from 3 different scores. We get an Emporia timeout here in the first quarter. We'll take a break with them and then be back on ESN. Back from the Emporia timeout, Lady Spartans in an early 6-0 hole here with 6:38 to play in the first quarter. And once again, they're going to have to get past the pressure from Manhattan. Aguirre trapped between 2 defenders, drives through the middle, gets it across to Hefner. Hefner will throw it back. Aguirre lost control of it, able to get it back. Tried to throw it off Larson to Manhattan. Eventually, it's off Aguirre, and it's going to be Lady Indian basketball. It's into Larson will run the point. Neither team had any changes over the timeout. And now it's going to be Ball trying to find somebody for Manhattan. Eventually Peabody up top had a big game in Emporia. Now it's Larson for 3. We'll have to get an offensive foul, and Emporia's going to get it right back. They got it on Depuswa, the first on her for the night. First foul from either team, and now the first change for the Lady Spartans. Aislinn Farrell checks into the game for Sydney Beheimer. Davis searching from the in on the baseline, trying to get over the top. Howe tipped out of bounds by Bush. Emporia will be able to keep it. Davis looking into Aguirre. Ball working hard on defense. Aguirre trying to work around, eventually step back court. Manhattan ball from the sideline into Larson. Ball trying to find Larson on the cut, out of bounds. Last touch by a black jersey, so it's going to be Manhattan ball from the baseline. Larson scanning, bounces it into Bush. Bush will go inside off to the left. Farrell grabs the offensive board for Emporia. Immediately trapped, knocked down, no foul. Now Hefner working down low. It's tipped away. Physical start to this one. Hefner on the ground, and eventually they're going to call a jump ball, which will give it to Emporia. Physical play down low, a ball that seemed loose for just about forever. It'll be Sporting basketball from the baseline. With 5:40 to play in the quarter, Davis looking, overhead pass into Farrell. Aguirre's got room to work with. Crosses over to the left and kicks out to Davis, but not before a Manhattan foul. It'll be the second Manhattan foul. That one's going to be on Isabel Peabody, her first. Farrell from the sideline into Aguirre. Aguirre's going to bring it back and set things up. He'll have to work around Bush. Goes with the right, now crosses over. Trying to direct traffic for the Lady Spartans here, still trying to get on the board here with 5:20 to play in the opening quarter. Farrell pivots, trying to work around the screen, and now eventually backcourt. It was a close play. Looked like it could have got tipped, but it was pretty close. Kind of a 50-51 there, and so Manhattan's going to force another turnover and get it right back. It's Depuswa up top, across Bush. Bush will look, gets out, and another offensive foul, and I think they got it on Depuswa again. It is. So that's a second early on Depuswa for Manhattan, who again we've yet to see make any changes, but now one may be coming soon with the second foul on Depuswa with still 5 to go in the first quarter. Howe and Davis. Davis fakes the pass to get by Larson of Manhattan. Across Hefner. Emporia got it across just in time. Now Davis steps through, finds an open Farrell down low, pump faking, no good. It rolled out from the right side, from the left side. Not sure how it rolled out there. Looked like it was halfway through the cup before it rolled out, but now it's Depuswa holding it for Manhattan. Peabody pump fakes from mid-range, kicks out. Bush open for three from the corner. No good. And out of bounds though on the rebound. It's going to stay with Manhattan, who looked really good from the three-point line in warm-ups. But missed the first one there from Bush. Into the game for Manhattan is Kennedy Dodds. Larson will look quickly into Dodds. No good from the right, and over the back, or push off, I believe, on Dodds, who immediately came in for Depuswa, who was in foul trouble, and now picks up a foul within the first 30 seconds of being checked into this one. Audrey Cunningham will come in for Emporia. Ryan Howe will take a break. Aguirre dribbling back now. Davis across the middle to Cunningham. Ball poked it away from behind. Ball now will move in transition. Gives off Peabody, pump faking. Back across Larson for three. A deep one, and it's nothing but net. 5 early for Delaney Larson. 9-0 Manhattan to start this one off, and now out of bounds. That's touched by Farrell. It's Ainsley Beckett into the game now for Manhattan. Howe will come in for Farrell. Larson going in with the left, underhanded pass off to Beckett. They miscommunicated. Aguirre is able to pick it up for Emporia. Aguirre gives a couple of crossovers to get it across. Now Cunningham holds it on the wing, and Larson tried to poke it away, picked up foul. That is the 5th Manhattan foul of the quarter already, so it's going to send Audrey Cunningham to the free throw line for Emporia. It's the first of the night on, I believe, Larson. Yep. Cunningham's first was long. The second one now to get Emporia on the board. It's nothing but net. So Audrey Cunningham becomes the first Lady Spartans scorer. Manhattan leads it 9-1. And Farrell quickly back into the game. Now this time, she will come and give Adea Hefner a break. Ball driving under the baseline. Good find backside to Dodds, and Dodds laid it in to get in the book for Manhattan. 11-1. Howe trapped between two, and I mean, again, a lot of contact. Manhattan's been physical here to start this one out, hence the 5 fouls they picked up, and even a couple more physical plays without a whistle. Aguirre will cross over, kick out Cunningham. Another physical play. Inside now to Howe, saved it out Cunningham. 2:45 to go in the quarter. Farrell working around up top, ball got in there to knock it away. Cunningham came over for Emporia and got fouled by Dodds. And that's going to be the second on Kennedy Dodds, who again, as we talked about, came in for Yelena Depuswa, who had 2 fouls early in the first quarter. Cunningham knocks down the first as Adea Hefner into the game for Aislinn Farrell. Second on the way, off to the left. And eventually out of bounds. Manhattan to let it go out and be able to gain a little more control of it. In for Manhattan over the free throws was sophomore Avery Ingram. And now Ingram will hold it on the wing. Fakes the pass, steps in, kicks out Beckett for 3. Off the heel. Peabody kicks out, ball right back up to Ingram. And now inside, a foul, and Cat Ball will go to the free throw line. Just the first Emporia foul of the quarter. It's going to be on Audrey Cunningham. It'll send Cat Ball to the free throw line for the first time for Manhattan. First one is good. The second goes as well for Ball, who has 4 first quarter points as Manhattan leads at 13-2. Davis hits into Aguirre, but poked away by Ingram. Ingram trapped in the corner, and Howe's able to come up with it for Emporia, who's going to win it right back, and now Ball stole it. And got a foul now on Ryan Howe of Emporia. Aislinn Farrell will return for Emporia. Ingram looking from the baseline. It's poked away from Bush, who checked in over the foul. Now up top, Ball for the 3 at the top of the key. Misses long. Dodds out to Bush. Bush will try and go to work. Now it's out to Beckett along 2. And now her and Howe will get tangled up for it. It's a jump ball, and Manhattan's going to keep it again. A long possession. Quickly in over the top to Beckett. Dodds hands off to Ball. Ball inside, kicks out Ingram for 3. Long. Underneath, Beckett grabbed the offensive board and got the putback. Her first points of the night. Now Davis will inbound it quickly to Farrell, and it's stolen. Inside goes Bush, no good, but a foul call. And so Emporia picks up 3 quick fouls. That one on Davis, her first. First free throw on the way from Bush, and she knocks it down. And we're going to get a timeout, a full Emporia timeout. We'll take a break with them as well on E-Town Sports Network. We return from Manhattan. Indians lead at 16-2 with Bailey Bush at the free throw line to try and extend the lead. Knocked down the first one before the Emporia timeout. The second one is long, but it's an offensive rebound for Manhattan on the free throw by Kaus of Manhattan, who checked in over the break, but now picks up a foul down low, trying to grab the board, and that's going to send Macy Davis to the free throw line for Emporia, who led the Lady Spartans on Friday with 10. First one good for Davis. The second, long and off the back iron. Ingram off to Bush, short corner, trying to get inside. Kaus right back out to Bush, pump fakes from the corner. Inside now Bush goes and misses too strong on the layup, out of bounds. And Emporia High basketball. In for Manhattan now is Jordan Hall. And after taking a while to make the first couple of changes, Manhattan going deep into the bench now here in the first quarter, with still a little over 60 seconds left to play in it. Quickly across to Farrell in the middle, now Aguirre. Aguirre crossing through, working through traffic, goes up with the left and in. A good take from Jade Aguirre. And makes it 16-5. With 45 seconds left in the quarter, Larson will go inside, now gives out Bush. Step through Kaus, pass out to Hall. Hall will take a screen, now will drive in and found Kaus on the backside and draws a foul on the shot. I believe going to be on Hefner of Emporia. And so 4 Emporia fouls in the quarter, as Kaus will roll in the first free throw. The second one good as well. First 2 points of the night for Kaus to extend the Manhattan lead back up to 13. With under half a minute to play, it's Aguirre and Davis playing catch. Emporia running out of time, finds Farrell. Hefner across at half court. Now back up to Aguirre, will set it up for the final 10 seconds of the quarter. Gives it off to Farrell on the wing. Hall defending, uses a screen from Hefner. Now Davis up top. Farrell, short. Hefner, got to get it up, and good, but it was too late. As that concludes the first quarter, Manhattan leads at 18-5. We'll take a break and be back with second quarter action on E-Town Sports Network. Back here to start the second quarter. Emporia having some trouble getting it in. It's eventually into Davis at the top of the key. Davis go with the right hand, and it rolls in. A good take. Started for the top of the key, and Emporia will score the first points of the second quarter. I know the scoreboard says 1. It should say 2 when it comes to the quarter here. Inside goes Hall. Hall spinning, fading away, and whoa, got it to roll in. Not sure how that one climbed its way over the rim for Hall, but eventually got it to go. 20-7. Emporia breaks the press this time, and now inside Hefner kicking out. Davis, top of the key, unloads for three, banks it in. 6 first half points from AC Davis. And the first 5 points of the second quarter for Emporia belong to her as well. Larson will answer. And just as Emporia thought they got some momentum back, Delaney Larson had the answer to make it 23-10. Davis up the middle trying to get it to Aguirre. It does. Aguirre trying to get it across, and it was, oh, so close. A step too late before the 10-second call. And now for Sydney Beheimer is Audrey Cunningham. It's swung across the ball in the corner. Ball is looking for Jorah Parcell, who checked in. It's tipped away now from Parcell inside, given back out to Larson. Larson will pump fake, drive down the baseline, got it out to Ball, and in and out, and nearly rolled back in, but it misses. Emporia will have it. Davis will move quickly to try and avoid the Manhattan full court pressure. On the logo is Cunningham. Now Aguirre, it's poked away by Bush. Bush will go the other way. Aguirre in pursuit, and good from the left side. 5 points for Bush, 25-10 Manhattan. And now quickly across, Hefner tried to save it in. Stepped out of bounds beforehand, and now Sydney Beheimer and Elizabeth Moreno will come into the game. And in that game a couple of weeks ago where these two teams played, we saw Manhattan lay off the full court pressure a lot in the second quarter, but they've kept it on likely. I mean, you would assume because of how good Emporia played at the half court level back at home in the second quarter when Manhattan laid it off. Meanwhile, it's a foul inside. It's going to be on Davis of Emporia, her second here in the half. First Emporia foul, and now it'll send Peabody to the line. First one falls for Peabody. Manhattan 6 for 7 from the free throw line to start off. Second one good as well. Emporia moves the ball quickly. Now Davis bouncing it up top. Beheimer in trouble around half court, and we get an Emporia timeout quickly before a jump ball that would have changed the possessions. And now we'll take a break with them as well. On E-Town Sports Network, you're watching Spartan Basketball. Back from the timeout, it'll be Cunningham quickly into Davis on the corner. Davis looking, gets it over Moreno, kicks out. Beheimer swung up top, Cunningham. Beheimer trying to work around Bush through the hands of Cunningham, and now Larson will pick it up for Manhattan to move quickly. Peabody right back out, Larson. Larson down the baseline, in trouble, and stepped out of bounds. Davis, it's quickly poked away by Larson. Larson missing on the left side of the cup. It's right back on the opposite side to Bush, who drew a foul on the way up. It's going to be the third on Davis. In and out for Bush. Dea Hefner will return now for Emporia. The second good as well. Or not good as well, but the second one good. Cunningham searching. Gets it in. Beheimer poked away. Manhattan ball. Larson underneath. Bouncing Peabody, handed right back off to Larson. Up top, Bush. Thought about the three, tried to get it backside Parcell. Eventually it found its way there through a loose ball. And now, long rebound, it goes to Larson. Manhattan's gonna get another chance. Bush, open for three. Off the heel and out of bounds, Emporia basketball. Geary and Farrell return for Emporia. Howe and Moreno will take a break. It's going to be Beheimer inbounding it. Into Hefner. Hefner trying to work around three. Manhattan defenders now will try and go coast to coast. Gives it out to Cunningham. Left wing, Beheimer uses the screen from Hefner. Trying to find her on the roll now, out of bounds. It's gonna stay with Emporia. I will quickly check in now, and Beheimer will take a break. Farrell quickly into Aguirre. Aguirre directs traffic and gives it off to Cunningham. Up top, Howe for three. Nothing but net for Ryan Howe. And Emporia's knocked down 2 threes here in the second quarter, 28-13. Inside Parcell and draws a foul on Hefner. It'll be the second on Hefner. First free throw will fall for Parcell. Second good as well. And Scott Mall's team shooting 11 of 14 from the stripe here early. Got to be happy with that number if you're Manhattan. They lead it 30-13. And now stolen. Bush poked back away by Cunningham. Tried to run away with it, but it went out of bounds. So Manhattan's going to get it right back. Larson into ball. Ball open for three. Going to take the opportunity and knock it down. 7 for ball. Emporia calls a timeout. Big Manhattan lead. We'll take a break and be back on E-Town Sports Network. Emporia will inbound it to Audrey Cunningham out of the break. Cunningham will try and work around Larson, and eventually it's going to be a foul on Larson. The second Manhattan foul. Or sorry, just first. The second on Larson. Cunningham will take a break now. Beheimer will come in for Emporia. Aguirre sets it up. Ball read the pass and took it away, but couldn't quite keep it in play. And Emporia's going to get it right back. Up top is Aguirre. Setting it right back up from the logo. Right wing Farrell going to use a screen from Hefner. Bounced out Howe. Poked away from Howe. Is trying to work around Evie Banks, who came in. Corner, Aguirre in trouble. Got poked away by someone's leg. Couldn't tell exactly whose leg got a piece of it there, but it knocked it away. And now corner, ball for another. It's good. Ball will be the first Manhattan Lady Indian in double digits with 10. And they've extended the lead out to 23. Nearly stolen again by Ball. Aguirre working into Hefner on the elbow. Hefner now will try and go with the left, and that's going to be the third on Depuswa of Manhattan. And Avery Ingram will come in now for Delaney Larson. Aguirre looking from the baseline, having trouble finding somebody, and eventually a 5-second call. It's going to be right back with Manhattan, and it'll be Ball running the point now with Larson on the bench. Ingram looking in Depuswa. Farrell knocked it away. Ingram will bring it back up from the corner. Now Ball backside, inside. Peabody scores. Just under 2 minutes to play in the half. Manhattan leads at 38-13. It's Farrell controlling it up top. Aguirre finds Beheimer down low on a cut. Will try to go up around Peabody, who knocked it away. Ball right wing. Ingram will unload for three and got it. First 3 points tonight for Avery Ingram. And Manhattan continues to extend it now at 41-13. Farrell once again will look inside. It's stolen by Banks. Banks will control it and give it off to Ingram. Right corner, Peabody up top now. It's good from Banks for three. And Manhattan on fire. Evie Banks knocked it down. Farrell inside in trouble and fouled. They got it on Banks, just her first. And the third Manhattan foul. Kinsley Hines winning the game for the first time. Returning for Emporia is Elizabeth Moreno. Kinsley Kaus will come in for Manhattan. Bounced into Moreno. Lost control of it. Loose ball. It's going to be Ball and Ingram fighting over it, both on the same team. And now Moreno ends up coming up with it and draws the foul on the way up. First on Ingram. It'll be Moreno to the line. First one is in. Second one is short. Emporia 50% from the strike. Banks will shoot a three. No good. Hines grabs the Emporia rebound, poked away from behind by Ingram. Ball up top, Kaus. Out to Banks. Banks for another. Rolls off. Depuswa offensive board for Manhattan. Out to Ball. Ball will fire. It misses long. Howe in trouble and eventually a foul, and it's going to send Howe to the free throw line. I believe they got it on Banks. The second for Banks. And Emporia in the bonus again here in the second quarter, but this time with just 8 on the clock. Howe's first is good. She has 4. Second one goes as well. 2 for 2 from the line for Ryan Howe. Banks, short. Moreno grabs the board, and the buzzer will sound before Emporia can get anything going for a buzzer beater, and that does it here from the first half. All Manhattan 44-16. We'll take a break and be back with the stats. You're watching Spartan Basketball on E-Town Sports Network. Return from Manhattan, and it's been all Lady Indians here out the gate. Came out, hit the, well, we're a little cold from 3 to start the first quarter, but they've come out, especially in the second quarter, and really been able to hit the 3 and helped extend this lead by a lot late in the first half. You know, your Emporia, you could have been going into the half, you know, down, 15, 18, maybe 20 at the worst, and then Manhattan ripped off 3 or 4 3-pointers towards the end. And really, again, help this team extend this lead up to what it is now, 44-16. As and they really got everyone involved. Took a while for head coach Scott Mall to make any changes for this team, and then once he did, they all made a difference. And leading the way for Manhattan, it was Cap Ball with 10. Delaney Larson had 8, Bailey Bush 6, Isabel Peabody had 4, Evie Banks and Avery Ingram each had 3, and then it was Parcell, Dodds, Couse, Hall, and Beckett each with 2. For Emporia, it was Macy Davis leading the way with 6, Ryan Howe 5, Aguirre and Cunningham 2, and then Elizabeth Moreno had 1. And so, again, and again, we didn't see Manhattan lay off the full court press at all in the first half like we saw in Emporia, that Emporia was able to take advantage of for a little bit. You don't know what they're going to do here to start the second half, but Emporia, you just got to compete here. You go down big on the road, final road game of the season. Best thing you can do here, try to finish it out strong. We'll take a break and be back with third quarter action on A-Town Sports Network. back and ready for second half action from Manhattan. It's the Lady Indians leading at 44-16 as we'll get ready to get back going, and I believe it'll be Manhattan basketball here to start the second half. Lineup changes a little bit for Emporia. For the Lady Spartans, it's Aguirre, Howe, Davis, Hefner, and Moreno. So Emporia going with two players who can run the 5 here. A little bit of a different look. Haven't seen it a lot from the Lady Spartans here. We'll see what it brings to them, though. And Coach Scott's seen with the changes out of the half. It's ball looking inside, poked away from Depuswal. Hefner will get on the floor for it and eventually out of bounds, but a good hustle. Corner is ball. Looking for the inbounds play, and we'll get it into Peabody. Swung across to Bush up top. Bush will go in, finds Depuswal backside, and it was a good find for Yelena Depuswal now, who will get on the board for the first time. Deep inbounds pass to Hefner for Emporia, and again, seeing that pressure layoff from Manhattan. Emporia played well against it when these two teams first met this season. We'll see if Emporia can take advantage of it now. Davis looking for Moreno on the roll. Now swung back around to Aguirre. Aguirre open for three, sets up, missed just short. Manhattan will move quickly the other way. Inside, Bush trying to step around. Howe misses off the back of the iron, but it's Depuswal putting it back. And 4 quick points for Yelena Depuswal, who was held scoreless in the first half. On the wing, Davis up top, Moreno. And poked away. Ball, another steal, and will move the other way. Looks backside, Depuswal 6 second half points quickly. And Manhattan starts the half off on a 6-0 run, 50-16. It's Aguirre setting things up for Emporia. One-handed bounce pass over to Howe. Up top, Moreno, inside, Hefner. Hefner fading away, no good, drew a foul. I think, yeah, they got it on the shot, so it'll be 2 fouls. It's the third on Larson, so she'll have to be careful here. First from Hefner, knocked down to get her in the book. Audrey Cunningham now will give Jade Aguirre a break. The second misses left. So Emporia will get on the board here in the third quarter. It's 50-17. Manhattan leads at Depuswal off to Bush. Inside, Larson gives out ball, finds Bush. Bush will drive in, float it up and in. Bush with 8. Her and Larson each have 8, and then it's ball with 10 leading the way for Manhattan. Davis will look and hand off to Cunningham. Now back up top for Cunningham, who will set the Emporia offense up. It's ball trying to get another steal. Cunningham using the left arm to keep her away. Now inside, good find to Moreno down low. Misses from the right side of the cup. And the pass errant from Depuswal looking for ball. Looks like the two miscommunicated a little bit. Emporia will get it back from the sideline. Pass stolen. It's a loose ball, a jump ball, and that's going to give it to the Lady Spartans, so they'll be able to keep it here despite the loose ball. In for Manhattan is Avery Ingram, 5'8" sophomore. into Moreno. Hefner pump fakes from just inside the three-point line at the corner. Now Cunningham with the left. Spinning, ball poked it away again, and it's Moreno poking it away again, but Depuswa and Peabody were down there on the other side of the floor. Depuswa pump fakes and draws a foul. And we'll give it to Manhattan from the baseline, and they got it on Hefner. Just the second on Hefner. And first Emporia foul of quarter number 3. And quickly to Bush, it's Moreno coming up with another steal for Emporia. Moreno, as the season has gone on, has slowly built up some good minutes for the Lady Spartans, starting off in that first T-High game at the Dungeon. And has been a good piece, especially without Bailey Wiltz tonight for the Lady Spartans. Has been a good piece that they've been able to add. It's a push off down low, and I want to say they got it on Bush. They did. Just the first on Bush and the second on Manhattan. From the baseline, Hefner into Davis. Davis spinning, trying to work through 4 Lady Indians. Got it to Hefner backside and got that one on the shot. So Hefner will take another trip back to the free throw line. It's going to be on Peabody, her second. Hefner's first roll is in and out. Went 1 for 2 on the trip just a moment ago. The second roll is in. 8 for 14 from the free throw line is Emporia. Kennedy Dodds will re-enter the game. For the pink jerseys. Right wing is Bush. Up top Ingram, and they're going to get a push off on Davis down low. And that's going to be the 4th on Davis, so quickly they're going to bring Moreno in to give Davis a break now, who's just a foul away from having to leave this one here, but still 4:22 to go in the third. Inside Bush, jump, that's a walk. And your Emporia, you know, Davis with 4 fouls, Hefner with 3. Already a team that plays just an 8 to 9 player rotation for the most part as we get a Manhattan timeout of 30. All the fouls just get divvied up a lot less and leaves you with a lot in foul trouble, and then you're missing a starter tonight as well. But we'll take a quick break and be back here in the third quarter on ESN. Back from the timeout, it'll be Cunningham bringing it down the floor. Deep pass to Farrell. Corner, Cunningham. Back across Farrell. Up top now, Farrell from the wing. Rolls off the side. It's Moreno, another offensive board for Emporia. Cross court, spinning is Farrell out to Cunningham. Pump fakes, ball poked away again, and it's Cunningham picking up a loose ball foul. The second on Cunningham, and in for Manhattan is Ainsley Beckett. Up top ball, now Beckett corner. Ingram. Swung across now, Beckett from the baseline, no good, but Hefner's gonna pick up her 4th. That's going to put Emporia in big trouble here with Hefner and Davis. Or no, they got it on Moreno. Big break for Emporia. Beckett will knock down the first free throw. Kaus will return for Manhattan. Second one in as well. 3 on the night for Kaus. Hall will come in for ball. Howe short corner Moreno, and Moreno is fouled. They're going to attack that one with Dodds. Third on Dodds. 4 fouls apiece. It's Howe in to Farrell. Corner Howe across Cunningham, up top to Farrell again. Right back up Cunningham. Up top Hefner. Hefner goes in with the left. No good from the left side of the cup, but it's a late foul call, and it'll send Hefner back to the free throw line. It's the 4th on Dodds. First from Hefner, knocks it down. She has 3. Second one misses to the left. Dodds trapped, and eventually they got a foul. Thought they got a foul, but instead they just said Dodds stepped out of bounds. Out of Cunningham up top. Cunningham unloads from the top of the key. No good. Moreno under for the rebound along with Howe. Loose ball. Cunningham comes back up with it. Howe short corner poked away by Kaus. Emporia will keep it. Farrell into Hefner. Hefner spinning. Will work around to the right side of the cup. Knocked away again. It will stay with Emporia. Hefner overhead pass. Now inside Farrell with the left. Up top Cunningham. Right back up top to Farrell. Farrell drives in from the left side. Back to her in the corner. And she'll bring her right back up to set things right back up for Emporia. It's been a long Lady Spartan possession. Inside, Moreno, no good with the right. Hefner, rebound, put back, rolls out. Got her on board, another offensive board for Emporia, and Hefner's gonna go back to the free throw line. First from the line for Hefner, good. Second one long. Inside, now the shot good from Kinsley Kaus. 57-20 Manhattan. Poked away from Howe, but now holds on to it, gets it back up top. Farrell, minute 20 to play. Cross court, Farrell up top. Cunningham will unload for another three. That one's short. And for Emporia is Sam Scobie. It's Howe taking a seat. Hall up top, Hall will work inside. Bouncing it back, Farrell poked it away and grabbed it. Clock down to 50 in the quarter. Scobie holds it on the wing, back up top, Farrell. Scobie will work it back up top now, Farrell. Left wing, Cunningham bounces it off, Farrell. Scobie on the wing. Hefner, short corner, saved it in. Moreno comes up with it. Farrell for three off the back, and now loose ball. It's Ingram coming up with it. Off to Parcell. Clock into the single digits. Hall finds Beckett backside. Beckett spinning. No good off the glass. Parcell's put back, draws a foul with 4.3 to go in the quarter. First one good from Parcell. Second one good as well. Cunningham at the buzzer, off to the left. We'll take a break, and it'll be 8 more minutes of action here from Manhattan on ESN. Back for the fourth quarter, 59-20. Manhattan leads it, as it'll be Ingram bringing it down. Inside goes Beckett. Beckett no good from the right. Parcell grabs the offensive rebound and leaves it back in. 6 for Parcell. Right wing to Davis. Corner after. Aguirre and Davis exchange passes. Now Moreno looking into Hefner. Hefner got it off a couple of tips. Now Aguirre for three. Short and out of bounds. Ingram gives out Beckett. Hall inside, Euro stepping in. 4 for Hall. Up top, Howe, Aguirre on the wing. Davis inside, will float it up with a foul, and Macy Davis will take a trip to the stripe. First one misses long for Davis. Joss Hall in to the game, along with Tess Henry. The second one goes in. Davis leads Emporia with 7. Hall out to Henry. Joss Hall inside and Jorah Parcell, and Parcell puts it in. 8 for Parcell, who's grabbed 6 of them in the second half. Davis fires from the wing, misses. Hefner grabs the rebound and in from the left side. 6 for Hefner. And we get an Emporia timeout with 5.5 minutes to play. We'll take a break and be back on E-Town Sports Network. (65-23). Manhattan leads it as we return from the timeout. It's Henry bringing it down the floor. Gets it to Parcell. Up top, Kaus shoots the 3, misses. And last touch by Hall, it'll be out of bounds. And Emporia basketball, Evie Banks now will give Jorah Parcell a break for Manhattan. Cunningham off to Davis. Corner, Hefner. Davis, corner for 3, just rolled out. And Moreno grabs the rebound. I think they got to walk before the shot they did. Her and Hall kind of bumped into each other, but Hall, fortunately for her, bumped into the ball. So it wasn't a foul and it caused a walk. Banks up top, Kaus over the top. No good from Hall. Cunningham controls it. Swung around to Howe, cross court. Hefner pump faking. It's over the head of Cunningham, who holds it back in with 4 to play. Davis unloads for 3, misses off the front of the rim, poked away by Henry. That should be Emporia basketball, it is. It's Cunningham to Davis, elbow Hefner. Faked the pass outside, now drives in. And drew the foul, and it'll be Adea Hefner to the free throw line. Well, it's been a lot of free throws for Emporia, 20 of them. Lady Spartans have made 11. And Hefner misses the first one to make it 12. The second will roll in. And so now Hefner and Davis each will have 7 to lead the Lady Spartans. It's a give now to Banks. Corner, Henry will take the 3. Miss it, not enough on it. It's 3 to the table for Emporia. Scobie, Hines, and Farrell. Davis inside. Bounces it out, Cunningham. Bounce across, Howe. Now across, Davis for 3. Rolled out again, just barely rolled out. Hall will try to go coast to coast. And it's an offensive foul. Ryan Howe took the charge. It'll be on Joran Hall of Manhattan. And now that sub will come into the game for Emporia. Cunningham to Scobie, corner Farrell. Fake the 3, now up top Hines, and Banks gonna tip the pass away, gonna move in transition. Drew the foul, and they count it with the shot. Banks has 5, it's gonna be the first foul of the night on Hines. Free throw rolls in for Banks. And just as it has been with Emporia, it's been a lot of free throws for Manhattan with 19. They've been a lot more efficient though, they made 16 of them. Hefner searching from the elbow, gets it out, Cunningham up top, Hines swung around. Scobie pump fakes, now takes the shot for 3 and got it, nothing but nets. Left wing, Banks crosses over, goes in, no good from the left. Her and Cunningham battle for the board, and it's gonna be a foul on Banks. Clock will run down, and they'll hold it to the buzzer, and Manhattan picks up the win, 68-27 here in Manhattan, and they'll improve to 13-6. Lady Spartans will fall to 3-16, and well, Emporia fought hard in the second half, but a Manhattan team that came out shot the ball really well and was really physical tonight. And though they had to eat up a lot of fouls for it, they were able to take advantage of it. We'll take a break and be back with the post game and stats, and then get ready for the boys matchup tonight on E-Town Sports Network. back here in Manhattan, it was the Lady Indians taking a 68-27 win here and just kind of took it and ran. And as we've already kind of talked about, shot extremely well here from inside and from outside. And Lady Spartans showed some good signs, were aggressive inside. And even though Manhattan was able to use their physicality to their advantage, Emporia was able to also use it to their advantage a little too. Getting a lot of trips to the free throw line, and leading the way was Adea Hefner and Macy Davis with 7, Ryan Howe 5, Sam Scobie had 3, Cunningham and Aguirre had 2, and Moreno 1. And then for Manhattan, they spread it out. I mean, despite scoring 68, they only had one double-digit scorer, and they'd split this between 12 different scorers. It was Ball leading the way with her 10 that she had in the first half. Then Bush, Parcell, and Larson each had 8. Depuswa, Kaus, and Banks had 6. Hall and Peabody 4. Beckett and Ingram 3. Dodds 2. But with that being said, Emporia is going to move on to Friday, where you're going to play at home on senior night, and you have a good chance to beat a Junction City team. You've already beat 49-21 on the road, and end the season on a high note, even though likely you're out of contention here for the sub-state playoffs. We'll take a break and then be back here with the boys action on E-Town Sports Network. Emporia looking for a marquee win.
Chuck for the lead. Bang!
He still got the heat.
They are Paul Terry Classic champions. DeRuiter, Rio stole it! Rio stole it! Back up to Franklin. Franklin from mid-range. Good plus the foul!
In a 20-point game, it's a career high for Ryler.
Chuck the answer. He got it! Harry Choke! And to the cup. Shiley gets it with the foul!
Emporia answering. Jacob for three. Nolan Jacob breakout game!
Seidel takes a deep three. Seidel's nothing but net. Checkmate! Emporia wins!
We are back in Manhattan for what should be a good one tonight. It's the Emporia High Spartans taking on the Manhattan Indians. It's the boys matchup here. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and then we'll get into pregame. Anyways, we have one that should be a good one tonight, and two teams that had just a 2-point game when these two teams played in Emporia. 37-35, Emporia got the better of this Manhattan team, and look, Manhattan comes into this one 6-12 and 3-5 in Centennial League play, but you can almost compare it a lot to the KU football season, where just a ton of single-digit losses for this Manhattan team. Obviously for KU football, it was a ton of one-score losses late in games, and you flip a couple plays around, and this is a team with a winning record, and it's been 7 losses by 1 possession for Manhattan, and you just again flip a few of those their way, 4 of the 7, and all of a sudden you're looking at a 10-win team here. But it's just been that kind of year for Manhattan, and again they took Emporia down to the wire 37-35 and held Emporia to its lowest field goal percentage of the season. That still stands to this game, and still just weren't able to come out with the win, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it this time. It disrupted Emporia a lot with their height down low. Emporia coming off a win against Topeka High 64-35 to snap what was a 3-game losing streak, and a much-needed win for the Spartans as they retained possession of the Dean Smith Trophy. They come in tonight. They were without Coach Baldwin for that game. They'll be back with him tonight. And look, that game moved them up. There were a couple of losses, and that moved them up to the 5 seed and then the 5A West standings. And if you're Emporia, you could have a chance at possibly hosting 2 sub-state games if you can take care of business here tonight and then win what will be a big one on senior night in Junction City. But again, it all starts tonight because in front of Emporia is Seaman, who's 2 games ahead at 12-5, but have 3 games left on the season, and 2 of them are going to be tough ones. One against Piper, who they've already lost to by double digits, and then one at Shawnee Heights, who they beat at home by just 2. But at the same time, if you're Emporia, even if you go 1-1 here, and especially 0-2, you could find yourself on a steep fall. It is so tight in the 4 through 9 range in 5A and 5A West. And again, the Spartans splitting this one 1-1. You have Hayes behind him at 11-7, Topeka West at 10-7, Newton at 10-8, Andover Central at 10-8, and then a few that are 2 games behind, to where you don't take care of business here tonight, or you can't. You take care of business tonight and then lose against Junction City at home. You could be looking at an 8-9 game rather than what could be a 4-13 game. That being said, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here with tip-off and starting lineups on E-Town Sports Network. Back in Manhattan, and for the visiting Emporia Spartans, it is sophomore number 1 Harry Trunk, senior number 5 Nolan Jacobs, senior number 13 Josh Rios, junior number 23 Rylan Crowley, and senior number 24 Kobe Franklin. For Manhattan, it is junior number 1 Sawyer Newton, junior number 3 Vince Deering, junior number 5 Noah McFadden, senior number 22 Landon Knopp, and senior number 32 Sam Spiegel. Knopp and Spiegel, the only 2 seniors on the roster for Manhattan, but still a team with a lot of experience, a big junior class. As it's going to be Rios at the tip for Emporia. We'll wait to see who Manhattan sends out. We didn't see Noah McFadden in the game back at home for Emporia. Manhattan with him tonight. It was Tim Washington filling in for McFadden back in that game in early February. It'll be McFadden and Rios. McFadden at 6'4", Rios at 6'1", so big height advantage for McFadden on the tip. They'll send it up. McFadden will win it. It goes deep to Vince Deering, who's going to bring it down. A good student body for Manhattan tonight. A tough place to play, and it was extremely tough last year for Emporia, who took the loss in this building 47-36, albeit without team captain that year, Sheldon Stewart. Inside goes Newton. Up top, Knopp. Knopp in some trouble. Bounces it out. Newton will cross over and go inside on Truk. He pushed off Truk with the shoulder, and they said a walk. I thought they were going to get an offensive foul. Either one will work if you're Emporia, and Emporia is going to force a turnover here to start the game. Game that was so low scoring at 37-35, and again, Emporia shot just 25% from the field, and now the Spartans miscommunicate and give it right back. So Emporia not able to take advantage, and it'll be Deering bringing it right back down for the Indians. It's Deering bringing it the other way. Inside he spins and knocks it down. It's the first points of the game. They go to Vince Deering. Trelk holds it up top. There's the loud student body we were talking about, and Deering steals it, will spin. Jacob came in from behind to knock it away, but McFadden flies back in to tip it in for Manhattan. 4-0 start for the Indians. In the 3-game losing streak for the Spartans, the first quarter was their enemy. Got off to a quick start versus Topeka High. That helped the Spartans in that one. But last thing you can afford is a slow first quarter here. Trelk for three, a big answer. Long, tipped out of bounds, and it stays with the Spartans. Crowell quickly into Jacob over the top. Emporia trying to find a way to score. Crowell floats it in, and good with the left. Ryland led Emporia with a big 18 points against T-High. He and Franklin combined for 34. Franklin had 16. He's going to guard McFadden now on the left wing. Up top, Newton. A bounce off to Spiegel up top. Emporia held him quiet as well until towards the end of the game, but still held him fairly quiet at just 6 points. He just made a few big buckets towards the end. Deering drives inside and floats it in again. 6-2 start for Manhattan, 4 of them coming from Vince Deering. Swung around, corner. Franklin will go down the baseline, kicks out. Trelk. In and out, Rios offensive board. Kicks it out, Franklin. Franklin floats it up, it got tipped by Spiegel. Deering moves quickly. A give off to Knopp. Knopp spinning, Jacob poked it away. Leads Emporia in steals per game. Sawyer Newton off to Vince Deering. He's going to use a screen now from Noah McFadden. Madden Seidel heads to the scores table for Emporia. Good backdoor pass into Sawyer Newton, who scores. 8-2 Indians. Emporia will swing it around between Trelk, Crowell, and Jacob. Corner, Franklin. Kicks out Jacob inside. Rios spinning, pump faking, no good from the left side, but he got fouled. Josh Rios will go to the charity stripe. Shiley and Seidel at the table for Emporia. They'll come in after this first shot. No changes to the table right now, at least, from Coach Benji George's Manhattan squad, as the free throw in and out for Rios. So Shiley and Seidel will come in. Or sorry, Seidel hasn't come in yet. He's sitting there for the shooter, Josh Rios. Second one good for Rios. And now Seidel will check in. Again, no changes here to Manhattan, staying with the original 5. Newton holds it, was looking for Spiegel on the cut. Now he's in trouble. Going to try and work around Truck. Hands off Deering. Truck and Shively switch. Now Spiegel pump fakes. He spins. Kicks out Deering. Up top, Knopp. Knopp will go inside. Truck nearly poked it away. Now it is poked away. Jacob stopped because he thought it was going to be a jump ball. Shively goes the other way. No, foul somehow. Got bodied by Spiegel on the other way down. Emporia will be able to keep it. And they quickly get it in. It's tipped by Deering. Deering's a ton of steals early. And that's a walk. Deering had already jump stopped, took another jump. And Emporia catches a break off the steal. Manhattan in that 2-3 that locked Emporia down earlier this year. It's Seidel holding it off to Franklin. Bounces off Jacob, corner Shively. Shively, good find underneath. Kobe Franklin in. Had a great game against T-High. Ended a little bit of a scoring drop for him. And now he gets on the board here to make it 8-5. Spartans responding well after the quick start by Manhattan. Inside goes Newton. Newton in trouble. Kicks out Spiegel. Right back out Knopp. Knopp from NBA range with a hand in his face, and he banked it in. Not much you can do there if you're Emporia. Jacob will try to answer. Short. Trelk tips it back up, and it misses. The scoreboard still says 8-3. They've got some problems here at Manhattan as it's a foul down low on Shively. It should say 11-5 on the scoreboard here, but they're having a little bit of trouble. And I think a little bit of trouble with the clock too. Three head to the table for Manhattan as eventually they got the scoreboard fixed. First one is good from Deering, who's accumulated 5 already in the first quarter. Now Tim Washington, Will Carpenter, and Henry Witt come in. Second one rolls in for Deering as well, and now Ryland Crowell will come back in the game. 6 early for Vince Deering. Kobe Franklin will take a break. Emporia in a 13-5 deficit early. Bringing it down is Tro. Swung around, Shively fakes the pass, goes in with the left. And to Crowell. Crowell, mid-range short, rare miss from the mid-range for Ryland. Usually his bread and butter. Now inside goes McFadden. McFadden backside, Madden Seidel took a charge. It's the first on McFadden and just the second Manhattan foul of the quarter. Trout to Shively, thought about stepping into the 3. Bounce pass out to Trout, barely kept it from being a backcourt. Now on the wing, it'll be to Jacob. Jacob in trouble, finds Trout, uses a screen. In the corner to Shively. Shively down the baseline, finds Crowell and in. Tough finish for Ryland, he's got 4. Shively slipped, and now Carpenter knocks it through. 16-7 Manhattan. And I mean, Emporia has just had a tough stretch of teams in the first quarter and knocking down threes at rates they do not normally knock them down. 16-7. Shively off the side, lost control, just threw it up to save it. McFadden has it. He doesn't have numbers though. He's still gonna try and go through Shively, now fades away. Rolled off, Crowell grabbed the board. Crowell will move quickly. Looking and gives it off the Trout. Shively, quick fake. Now across Jacob, corner Seidel. Inside Crowell between four Manhattan Indians. Corner, Shively, three got blocked by Washington. Quickly saved into Witt. Now Deering moves the other way. A minute on the clock. McFadden, corner, Witt's wide open, and he got it. 19-7. Deja vu from Hayden and Washburn roll if you're Emporia. Inside and now out of bounds. Manhattan will get it right back. We get an Emporia timeout with 46.1 on the clock. We'll take a break and be back on E-Town Sports Network. Back from the timeout, and the Spartans in a 12-point hole here, trying to avoid a sweep tonight. And the buzzer sounded right after they inbounded it. The officials are going to take him back and have him throw it back in now with 44-2 on the clock. Newton off to Spiegel. Up top, Witt. Bobbled it for a second, now holds on. Goes inside, tries to find Washington backside. Crowell picks it off. Quickly up to Shively. Now Crowell in at the free throw line and brings it back out. 20 on the clock. Shively faking from the corner. Short corner, Crowell. Jacob catch and shoot. He finally knocks down a three for Emporia. Three for Nolan Jacob, 19-10. Spartans cut it to single digits here. The clock in single digits as well, now 4, 3. Oh, and a late foul call on Shively with 2.7 on the clock. And that's going to be Ox's second, and that'll have Kobe Franklin coming in for him. So it's Carpenter from the baseline. 2.7 on the clock for Manhattan to draw something up. It goes out of bounds. Emporia basketball with exactly 2 on the clock. Well, it was a rough start, but the Spartans going to end the quarter strong. See if they can come up with some sort of big shot here. Just 2 ticks left. Manhattan's not going to let Emporia bring it up easy. They're going to bring a press now. Franklin quickly in. Crowell, Franklin heaves at the buzzer. No good off the glass. Well, that ends the first quarter. Spartans down 19-10. Need a big second quarter. We'll be right back on E-Town Sports Network. ready to start the second quarter. Spartans down 9. They will have the ball. We're down 12, but Nolan Jacob hit a 3 to cut it back down to 9. And again, the Spartans get the ball back here and a chance to cut it down even more. Manhattan will stay in that 2-3 that's giving Emporia problems. It's a bounce into Chase Harrington, who checked in. Jacob for another. Nolan Jacob make it rain. He's got 6 on 2 threes and cuts the lead down to 6. Inside, they find Newton backside. Quick answer for Manhattan. Finding holes that you don't usually see in an Emporia defense that usually plays pretty dang tough. 7:20 on the clock. Quick ball movement from the Spartans. Stroke inside Harrington. Looking, short corner, Franklin. Bounces out, Crowell will go in. He puts up a floater. No good, tipped around. Got his own board almost, got poked away sort of. Jacob steps back, it went off the foot of Crowell. Loose ball, Emporia gets it right back. Crazy series of events, but the Spartans will be able to keep it with just under 7 to play in the first half. Jacob, heat check, long, Franklin board, put back in from the other side of the cup. Down to 6 again, 21-15. Emporia responding well here in the second. Deering gonna use a screen, gives out Spiegel. Corner, Newton. Newton crossing over, spinning, bounces out Knopp. Knopp banked in that big 3. That was a big momentum grabber for Manhattan, who's from deep, hand in his face, and he just banked it in off the glass. Whether it was intentional or not, that's for him to decide, I guess, as it's Newton on the wing, up top Knopp. Looking, cross court, Crowell picked it up with one hand. Played some safety for the Spartan football team and went up and has grabbed a couple here that he's read well. As inside Schrock misses mid-range, and Manhattan will get it right back. Emporia not able to take advantage of the turnover. Inside, McFadden lost it. It's out of bounds, and Harrington fell trying to take the charge. It touched him last before it went out. Now Josh Rios will come in along with Henry Witt for Manhattan. It's Witt from the baseline. Looking, Crowell picks another one off. He goes the other way, no good on the floater. Again, usually it's bread or butter, out of bounds. And right back to Manhattan. Emporia's had a couple opportunities to cut this one closer, just haven't been able to take advantage. Inside, Deering out to Newton on the wing. Newton trying to work in on Truck, eventually spins around. Truck forced him to miss it. Jacob flies up to grab the board. He's gonna move quickly, bounce it out, Crowell. Giving out, and Jacob got that one tipped. Franklin's there again, but he missed on the putback. Another missed opportunity. The Spartans getting stop after stop, but so are the Manhattan Indians. And now McFadden knocks down the mid-range shot to bring it right back out to 8 at 23-15. Crowell drives in, kicks out, the pass is tipped. It's going to be Emporia ball from the baseline. Will Carpenter into the game for Manhattan, Shively into the game for Emporia. Emporia once again swings around between the guards. Shively top of the key, no good on the 3. Washington will come in for Manhattan. Spiegel will get a quick break. 4.5 to play. And after a quick start to the quarter for the Spartans, it's been a rough offensive series here. Washington crossing over up top, McFadden. He's gonna take it inside, spinning, no good, but drew a foul on Franklin. Franklin can't believe it. First one rolls in for McFadden. Second one goes as well, and it's back out to double digits, 25-15. Quick movement again from Emporia. Deering, another steal, and he takes it all the way. Vince Deering has just been a ball hawk on the defensive end for Manhattan, and it's back out to 12 off a 7-0 run, and Deering stole another. It got tipped by another Manhattan defender, but Deering was the one who ended up with the ball. Carpenter got the three. And Manhattan gets a miss from the perimeter, another steal. Inside, Washington tipped away. Shively came up with it. Now Franklin brings it down. Spartans down 15, the largest deficit of the game. 10-0 Manhattan, or 9-0 Manhattan run after the Spartans had cut it down to 6. Clock under 3 minutes. Corner, Franklin in trouble, finds Shively, backside, good find to Crowell, in and good. 6 for Ryland, but the Spartans really got to get things going. Had a ton of chances when it was 21-15. We're just stagnant against Manhattan, but not able to take advantage on the other end of the floor. Carpenter for another. Finally, Manhattan misses one. Inside goes Shively, and he eventually drew a foul. Trelkin Seidel will check in along with Sawyer Newton for Manhattan. It's the first on Deering. From the baseline is Shively. All twos on the clock. Threw it into himself, but he missed it. Poked it back away. Out of bounds, Manhattan ball. It was a good IQ play from Shively, just wasn't able to finish underneath. Newton up top, Washington gives. Witt, now Carpenter. Clock down to 2, it's right back up to Washington. He'll take it inside on Seidel. Seidel poked it away, Washington spins. No good, Franklin grabbed a tough board. Faked out Washington. Good moves from Franklin. Shively bobbled the pass, it went went back to Manhattan. McFadden going all the way, Euro step, missed it. Crowell, deep pass to a wide open Shively. In and good, Shively fell on the other end of the floor, and it seemed like it was going to allow Manhattan to have numbers, but it ended up allowing the Spartans to have a guy deep wide open after the Manhattan miss. 30-19. Inside goes Carpenter, fouled on the way up. He'll take a trip to the stripe. It's the third on Shively. That's a big loss for Emporia. Rios and Jacob at the table. Spiegel, and can't exactly see who else from Manhattan. I think it's Deering at the table as Carpenter will knock down the first. It is Deering, but he's getting ready to go in for the shooter Carpenter, so he'll stay at the table. Franklin and Shively take a break for the Spartans. Second free throw good as well for Carpenter, who's quickly got 8 points off the bench for Manhattan. Good fake from Jacob. Corner. Seidel, he fakes. Looking, tip by Rios right to McFadden. McFadden gonna work on Trelk and Euro again. Missed again, and now Trelk knocked it away from him. Last touch by Emporia. Into Spiegel. Corner or wing Witt. Up McFadden. 50 on the clock. Spartans down 13. Right back out to Spiegel. Witt holds it. Up top Deering. Right back up McFadden. Poked away from McFadden. 30 on the clock. Manhattan just continuing to hold this one. Might even get the last shot of the half here. Deering spinning, finds Newton. Newton floats it up, in and out. 15 on the clock for Emporia, going the other way. Inside, Trelk bounces out. Jacob, corner, long. Witt in trouble, found Newton. Manhattan's got 5, now 4. Deering misses the 3. Jacob heaves it, just missed to win the half. 32-19, Spartans have work to do here in the second half. We'll take a break and be back on E-Town Sports Network. Well, 32-19, it's an Indian lead at the half, and well, for one, they came out shooting, and quite different numbers. They had that stretch in the third quarter back at Spartan Gymnasium, but really have not seen them shoot that well for a lot of the time this season. They came out and were pretty much lights out for 3. And then at the same time, too, creating offense with their defense, forcing a ton of just uncharacteristic Emporia high turnovers and finding, and then on the other side, some uncharacteristic holes and weaknesses in the Emporia high defense. And they've scored 32 here in the first half on the Spartans. You know, they will not be happy about that one. And, you know, Spartans only put up 19 as well. But again, that 32 number is really going to make the Spartans upset, especially considering how much of it was off turnovers. And, you know, they held Manhattan to just 35 back at home. For Emporia leading the way, it was Crowell and Jacob each having 6. Franklin had 4, Shively 2, Rios 1. For Manhattan, Deering and Carpenter each had 8. Deering a defensive ball hawk for this team. If you want to talk about creating offense with your defense, look at Vince Deering and his play so far in the first half. And then Carpenter hit a couple of threes that helped him get to that 8-point milestone. And then McFadden 6, Newton 4, and Knopp and Witt each have a 3-pointer. But that does it for halftime. We'll take a break and then be back. Third quarter action. Again, work to do for the Spartans on E-Town Sports Network. Well, back here and just a few quick moments away from the second half, Spartans find themselves in a 13 point deficit, down 32-19. And a ton of work to do against a Manhattan defense that will make it hard to really go to work, and they're gonna have the ball to start out in the second half as well. Emporia struggle to work around that lengthy 2-3 Manhattan has. So it will be Newton inbounding it to Deering here to get the half started. And they had to do it, they're still having some clock issues here. It was at 5 minutes, had to put it back up to 8. And so now they'll redo the inbound. It'll be Deering bringing it down. Newton off to Kraut. Inside goes Deering. He fades away, misses. Newton nearly grabbed the board, and they got a foul. I mean, Newton extended himself in midair and somehow drew a late foul. It's on Rios. Knopf having trouble finding someone. It's poked away from Newton. Truck got it right back, and Franklin's able to grab it. Coach Baldwin urging the Spartans to move quickly, maybe trying to get out of there before the 2-3 zone has time to set up for Manhattan. Inside, Rios jump stops, goes up with a contact, good plus the foul. Exactly what the Spartans need out of the half. Rios will go to the line now. 32-21. Rios gonna knock down the free throw. He's got 4 on the night and puts the lead back down to 10. Spartans had a quick start to the second quarter as well, but weren't able to maintain it. Deering off to McFadden. McFadden will use a screen, trying to work around Jacob. McFadden pump faking, still trying to work around. Good defense from Jacob. Inside goes Deering. Good move, but he wasn't able to finish it. Crowd gets the Wolf call, but Deering poked it away anyways, being a ball hawk again. Out to Knopf. Knopf inside, poked away Crowell. Loose ball. Rios gets on the floor. It's somehow no jump ball. And a jump ball would have given it to the Spartans. No travel, no jump ball, nothing. And head coach Benji George is going to end up calling a timeout to keep it with the Indians. We'll take a break and be back on ESN. Back from the timeout from Manhattan, that was mainly just to keep the basketball after the Spartans had nearly forced a turnover and the loose ball for a while, and eventually ended up in Manhattan's hands, and a quick timeout called to keep it from getting loose again. It's Spiegel up top. Deering goes with the left, spinning, trying to find somebody in trouble, got it off McFadden. McFadden goes in and lays it in from the left side. Good finish from Noah McFadden, who has 8. Inside they find Rios. Rios moving quickly, finds Franklin underneath. In and out. Deering off to Knopf. Knopf behind the back, fading away. Rolls off. Rios grabs the board. 2-on-2 the other way. Inside, Franklin fouled on the way up. It'll be on Deering. Kobe Franklin will head to the free throw line. First one good from Franklin. Witt will come in now for Knopf of Manhattan. The second one just barely rolls in. Franklin with 6, and he goes 2 for 2 from the line. Under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Deering spinning inside, and a late foul call. Ball was loose, and then they blew the whistle late. It's going to be the second on Rios. Franklin will come in for Rios now. And it's quickly into Newton. Newton will try and spin around Trelk. Now off Deering. Up top at the logo. McFadden gonna try and work around Jacob. Number 5 versus number 5. Now Witt. Up top Newton. Number 1 versus number 1 as he works in on Trelk. Trelk blocked it. Rejected by Trelk. It's poked away from Franklin. Gets it out to Trelk. See if the Spartans can take advantage. Had many opportunities like this in the second quarter. To Franklin backcourt. Finds Crowell underneath, and he drew the foul. Crowell, a good free throw shooter as well. So, good news there for Emporia as he drew the foul on the way up. It's on Witt, his first. The Southpaw's first free throw misses short. Second misses short as well. A rare 2 misses from Crowell there. And so it's going to stay at 10. Left wing Newton, inside Spiegel. They've held Spiegel quiet again, but it hasn't mattered. Deering misses short for 3. Jacob grabs the rebound over McFadden. Inside, Crowell, up top, Trelk, a big one, off. Crowell offensive board, put it back. 8 for him, he leads the Spartans 34-26, the lead's cut to 8. Now some token pressure from the Spartans. It at least forced a little disruption as McFadden had to inbound it to Witt. McFadden for the answer, just pulled up, no good. Crowell, bodied by Newton, goes through. Now Franklin crossing over, jump stop and fouled on the way up, and Spartans earning their trips to the free throw line. Franklin to the line now, went 2 for 2 earlier. First one is good from Franklin despite the crowd distraction. I mean, they're even out here yelling his first name. Manhattan crew did their research. Second one good from Franklin as well. He and Crowell each have 8. It's been him and Crowell who had the big game against T-High. And again, they each lead the Spartans here. They've cut it down to 6. Deering into Witt, hands off Deering. Deering inside, poked away by Trelk. Carpenter's able to get it back. They got to keep a hand in him and Witt's face. Inside McFadden, they blew the whistle on Jacob. Washington now will give Sam Spiegel a break. From the baseline, Carpenter quickly in, Witt. No, go tipped. Oh my, a late foul on the tip on the rebound. It's the first on Crowell. Would have been a big stop, puts it at 4 fouls apiece, and now it'll be Carpenter from the baseline. Carpenter will search again. Having trouble, gotta find someone. Eventually found the lengthy Washington. Type of length that helps in a situation like that. Crowell will pick up the defense on Deering, and oh, they got a foul on him going in, and now Deering will take a trip to the line. So Crowell picks up 2 quick ones, and it'll send Deering to the line. First free throw, good from Deering. Manhattan makes their free throws, that's for sure. And Crowell will take a seat. Now Franklin comes in for him. Second one good for Deering as well. Deering into double digits at 10. Emporia swings it around. Eventually they find Harrington inside, drives through and drew the foul. That's going to be 2 free throws for Chase Harrington. Each team in the bonus here with 3.5 to play in the quarter. It's been a physical one, and just like that girls game was real physical here earlier. And mostly it's been the second half. Harrington, nothing but net on the first free throw in a game where Emporia drawing a ton of trips to the free throw line. It's been important that they've probably been hitting the free throws at their best of the year. As the second one goes for Harrington as well. We'll get an Emporia timeout. Spartans have cut it down to 7. We're going to take a quick break from the action. Spartans, we're down 13 to start that. We're once down 15. We'll be right back on ESN. From the baseline now is Carpenter after the Emporia timeout. And the lead is actually 6. They just hadn't put it on the scoreboard, 36-30. Went with what I said on the scoreboard, but thought I was deceiving myself a little bit there. Good to know the Spartans get that point back. Deering up top. He's going to cross over inside. In trouble, finds McFadden. McFadden working in on Jacob. Spins and lays it in. Noah McFadden with 10. 38-30. Very reminiscent of when these two teams played in this building last year. Manhattan just stagnantly held the Spartans from getting back in this one, even though they responded well after a rough first half. Franklin trapped in the corner, got it out Shively. Inside, Harrington, extra pass, Jacob corner, no good. Emporia ice cold from 3 here in the second half. And not good when you need a comeback. Carpenter out to Deering. Deering inside, Harrington blocked it. It went off Harrington's thigh. And they called a kick ball, the ball went off Chase Harrington's thigh. And the Emporia crowd cannot believe it. It saves a steal as Carter Goodpasture will come in for Manhattan. I mean, and the thigh was maybe generous for Harrington. It looked more like the waist. It's Knopp now from the baseline. Truck stole it and an out of bounds call. Down low, Manhattan able to just barely keep it again. Newton will come into the game. Knopp in, Newton, corner, McFadden trying to drive down the baseline on Franklin, gives him nowhere. He walked. Good defense from Kobe. 38-30, Spartans have cut into the lead by 5 points here, what was 13 at halftime. Made a comeback at Junction City, kind of doing the same thing, just slowly cutting back into it. and then had a big run towards the end. Into Franklin. Franklin stepping through the trap. Stroke, pump faking, inside, floats it up short. Rebound grab by Knopp. Carpenter inside. Harrington tried to take the charge, no whistle. Probably was a good call, not a ton of contact. Inside, Franklin, short, Crowell rebound. His put back good from the left. Ryland Crowell, the first Spartan in double digits, lead back down to 6. Big defensive possession, 38-32, minute 20 to play in the quarter. Newton in trouble, finds McFadden. Spiegel and Seidel to the table for each team. Harrington stole that one. They were trying to find good pasture inside. Emporia could cut it down to the lowest it's been since Manhattan took the lead. Franklin no good, but he got fouled. Kobe back to the line. First one misses. Almost had to think he was due for one there. He'd made 4 straight before that. Spiegel will come back into the game. Franklin to cut it down to 5. Manhattan was up by at once 15 at 13 at the half. Franklin will knock down the second. He has 9. 38-33. Spartans have clawed their way back in it. Down just 5 now. Newton out to Spiegel. Knopp holds it. Knopp working inside, gives off Carpenter. Carpenter spinning, trying to work around Truk. Truk poked it away, and he got fouled on the transition, and it's going to send Harry to the free throw line. Emporia's in the bonus. Although it likely stopped the transition play for the Spartans, they're still going to be able to go to the free throw line. Harry yet to get on the board. He could cut it down to as low as 3. He knocks down the first. Harry on the board in a big way. The Spartans have it down to 4 with 45-9 to play in the third. They've already made up 9 of the 13-point deficit here in the third quarter. The second one misses. 4-point Manhattan lead. Deering will work inside. Carpenter, a big 3, no good. Crowell grabbed the board. Spartan basketball with 30 left in the quarter. Corner, Troke, big one, no good. Jacob tipped it out. Crowell keeps it, floats it short, got his own board, no good. Tipped out, Spartans keep it again with 20. Relentless team, but now poked away. Deering, he's out of bounds, stays with Emporia. And Spartans doing anything they can to keep a crucial possession here to end the third quarter. Crowell, wing, stolen. Deering, he read it, brings it back out. Spiegel off Newton, driving through, no good. Offensive board for Spiegel, drew a foul with 1.8 on the clock. Spiegel's been quiet, he's yet to get on the board, but he has a chance to do it now with 1.8. Spiegel knocks down the first. Manhattan again, just solid from the free throw line, and it's helped them in a big way now that this game is inched closer and closer. 5-point lead. Second good to bring it back out to 6. 40-34 is what the scoreboard should say. Truk at the buzzer off the right side of the glass. Spartans have cut it down 7 points, 40-34. We'll take a break and be back. Fourth quarter action on ESN. for the fourth quarter. And it's going to be Emporia High basketball. Spartans have had it down to as low as 4. It's been as much as 15. It's in the short corner to Franklin. Inside poked away, Deering. Deering, another steal. Now he's going to try and go coast to coast. Kicking, backside, Seidel stole the pass. He was looking backside. Deering tries to go for another one. It gives Emporia a little bit of numbers. Crowell had to slow down, though. He had 3 Indians around him, and he's fouled down low. Maybe a quick break for Emporia. That would have looked pretty clean, but the Spartans catch the break and gonna keep it now from the baseline. Quickly into Troke. Swung around to Seidel. Up top, Troke. Still plenty of time for the Spartans. 6 points in 8 minutes. Troke pump fakes, steps back. He needs it. He got it! 4 for Harry. He'd been quiet for most of the game, but he cuts the lead down to 3. The lowest it's been since the first quarter. Spartans right back in it. 6:55 to play. We're looking like another instant classic that we saw back in Emporia. Spartans won that one by 2. Manhattan trying to get their revenge. It's Deering crossing over, working inside. Good help defense from Crowell. And instead, Knopp stepped out on the baseline. It's Emporia High basketball. Spartans have got it back, down just 3. Emporia needs this win. These last 2 regular season games as crucial as it gets for playoff seeding. Inside goes Franklin, and good! He's got it down to 1. Kobe Franklin leads Emporia with 11. Timeout, Manhattan! The energy up. Kobe loves it. We'll take a break and be back with 6:25 to go in the quarter on E10 Sports Network. Back from the timeout. Spartans have cut it down all the way to a 1-point game. 40-39. Manhattan led 32-19 at the half. The Spartans have outscored them 20-8 so far. Here in the second half. It's going to be Deering bringing it down. Manhattan needs a score in big fashion. Cut, McFadden, short miss, Corral grabbed it. Spartans can take their first lead of the basketball game if they can take advantage of this possession right here. Seidel holding it. Spartans taking their time, catching their breath. They don't got to move as fast now, down 1. Franklin kicks out, Troke for the lead. Off to the side. McFadden overhead, deep pass to Spiegel. Right back out McFadden. McFadden's been a good interior scorer for Manhattan, but they've held him pretty quiet. They've held this Manhattan team quiet. Deering got one with a foul. Vince Deering, it's 12 for him. He leads the Indians, and he can push the lead back out to 4. Knopp will take a break. It's Witt coming out of the game. It was the first foul tonight on Harry Troke. And it rolls in for Deering, who now has 13. Up top, Truk swung to Seidel. Bounce into Franklin. Kicks out, Truk pump fakes. Inside, Crowley got poked away. He's trapped. Found Truk. Lost it, but he's fouled. They called it a little late, but he definitely did get caught. I think the frustration from the Manhattan side is how late it was. Jacob out to Franklin. Franklin will drive in, works on the charge, got it with the foul! Kobe Franklin coming up big. He's on a tear, had 16 against Topeka High. He has 13 now, and he made a huge play and could cut it back to 1. Spiegel was trying to take the charge. Instead, he picked up the foul because Franklin maneuvered around it. Seidel will take a break. It's the third on Spiegel, by the way. So he's going to have to be careful for the final 5:04. Franklin missed the free throw, 43-41. Deering inside, fading away, out. Spartans can tie it. Spartans haven't even had this one knotted up at all. But now they can try and do it for the first time or take the lead if they can knock down a triple. Inside, Jacob, out Truk. Jacob for the lead. Splash! Nolan Jacob, he gives the bench some too. Emporia has the lead, 44-43. McFadden for the answer, he got it. Jacob with 9 with 3 threes, but Noah McFadden went on the other end of the floor and knocked it down. He has 13. Truk off to Jacob. Back up top, Truk, 46-44, an instant classic brewing. Spartans continue to move it around. Inside Rios, found Franklin underneath. McFadden knocked it away. 4 minutes. Noon has it. Up top to Deering. Manhattan can try and extend it back out after the Spartans just took their first lead of the game. Deering, long. Jacob grabs it. He moves quickly. Inside, Rios trying to find somebody backside. It went off the shoe of McFadden. They just called a kickball on the other end of the floor off Chase Harrington's thigh, and then it goes off the foot of McFadden, and they don't bat an eye. The foul is going to be on Rios. Seidel coming to take his place. We get an Emporia timeout. We'll be back on E-Town Sports Network. It's Manhattan basketball after the foul. Spartans down 2. They've held one lead here this entire game at 44-43, and then Noah McFadden answered it right back with a 3 of his own. With 3:43 to play now, Spartans trying to complete what would be a 15-point comeback after the Spartans went on a great run and a late foul on Franklin. I'll tell you what, they are blowing these whistles late today. Not necessarily a ton of criticism on the genuine foul calls. It's just they've been blowing them late. It gets your hopes up, man, for both teams. And now inside, Deering laid it in. Manhattan up by 4. Jacob, short corner. Franklin trying to kick it out. Seidel fakes the pass. Inside, Crowell, it's good. 12 for Crowell, 48-46. Whittle moved the other way quickly. Gets it out, Deering. He's been the hot hand. Him, McFadden. And a walk. Emporia gets it back with 3:02 to play. Spartans will move it around. Now it's Seidel. Inside Kraut. Kicks out. Schulk pump fakes. Long Emporia possession. The Spartans down 2. Seidel for the lead. Short. Jacob trying to tip it out. Kraut comes up with it. Spartans buy themselves another chance at it. 2:15 to go. Short corner again, it's in Franklin. Puts it up, long, Kraut grabs the offensive board. Jacob on the wing, short corner, Franklin, no good, but he drew the foul. Franklin knocks down the first to cut it to 1. He leads Emporia with 14. What an offensive producer Franklin's been in the last 2 games. They're going to ice him on the second free throw and call a timeout. 48-47 Manhattan in Manhattan. We'll take a break and be back on ESN. Back from the Manhattan timeout, Kobe Franklin, who's been the guide for the Spartans tonight, and Rylan Kraut too with 12. Kobe has 14, a chance to make it 15. It's been these two that have been the dynamic duo here these past 1 3/4 games. And with just 125 ticks to play, Franklin will go to the line for a big one. Manhattan crowd will get loud. Again, it's a good turnout. And Franklin knocks it down. Ice in his veins to knock it down 48-48. Tie ball game. Deering working, gives off Newton. Newton spinning out to Deering on the baseline. It's an errant pass, but McFadden's able to haul it in and keep it with Manhattan. And a foul on Franklin reaching in for the ball. It's going to be the 4th Spartan foul. Each team in the bonus. Oh, they got it on Jacob, not Franklin. Okay, thought they got it on Franklin poking in. Witt, deep inbounds pass into Spiegel. Witt will try and work around Franklin. Franklin giving it all to him. 90 seconds to go. Tie ball game. In goes Deering. Spiegel's open. He sets up for 3, and he got it. Spiegel been quiet all game, and he knocks a big one down. I felt like we said the exact same thing back in Emporia. But the Spartans still came out to win that one. Seidel thought about it for the tie. Now in Kraut. Back out. This one for the tie. Long. Rebound McFadden. Deering's going to move quickly. Oh my goodness, and a foul on the other end of the floor. It's going to send Noah McFadden to the line for big free throws. In and out on the first. Oh, sorry, he fouled Deering, not McFadden. Well, Manhattan's been really good from the free throw line, but if Deering could miss 2 right here, it would be a rare 2 misses from Manhattan, but it would be a big time for it. Knock down the second. It's a 4-point lead. Washington will come to the game now to add length. He's in for Henry Witt. 3-inch increase there in height for Manhattan. Under a minute, Spartans down 4. We know how relentless this team is, though. Talk about that Junction City game. It looked like no chance. Here they are now. They need a big one. Franklin Long. Rebound Newton. Spartans got a foul now, and Troke's going to give a foul away to Sawyer Newton. And they got to play the free throw game now. Newton will knock down the first to extend it out to 5. He will have the second one roll in. Emporia moving quickly. Jacob open for 3. Got it, a big one! Keeps Emporia in it, and he's got 12 on 4 3-pointers. 35.8 to play. Timeout. We'll take a break on ESN. Spartans refuse to go away. We're down 6 at 54-48, and then Nolan Jacob hit another one of his 4 threes of the night with 35.8 to play. Spartans trying to escape a 6-12 Manhattan team. Again, as we talked about, the record doesn't do them much justice. And now they'll try to get it in. It's nearly stolen from Deering. He gets by. It's tipped. He tried to find Spiegel backside. Emporia gets it back. He tried to be aggressive and salt the game away. Emporia has it back. A chance to tie. You don't exactly have to get a 3 here, but it would be nice. Growl brings it back out. Emporia timeout with 15.8. We'll take another break. Spartans giving heart attacks. 54-51. We'll be right back. .8 to play, 54-51. Spartans have the ball down 3. They scored to make it 54-51. Vince Deering took it down the sideline, thought he could have Spiegel to score and ice the game away. Instead, Troke was there and picked it off. Now the Spartans need 3 points towards the end of this one. Troke, good! With 10.2, cuts it to 1. A 30-second timeout. Let's keep it here. Shively will go to the table to add some Emporia defense. And just like the Junction City game, it seems over. The Spartans don't go away. The epitome of a well-coached team. 10.2 to go. 54-53. And, I mean, look, you look at that Junction City game, Emporia did everything they can to hold on and stay in that game and knock every shot down they needed to. and it just feels like the same thing here, but that one ended in a gut wrencher. And Emporia's gonna need something crazy here still. But to avoid another one like that, it's McFadden from the baseline for Manhattan. Emporia gonna give it all they can. McFadden looking, searching, finds Spiegel. They're gonna quickly foul Spiegel. Sam Spiegel will go to the free throw line. He hit the huge three to give Manhattan a 3-point lead earlier. Now he has huge free throws. He's been a Mr. Clutch for this team. Both times these two teams have played, he's been held quiet the first 3 quarters and makes a huge shot towards the end of the game. He's already made 1. Can he make it 2 more? He knocks down the first. No matter what, though, it's still going to be a 1-possession game for the Spartans. That's the good news. 8.8 to go. Spiegel's going to knock them both down. He has 7. We get a Manhattan timeout. It's a full one, so we'll take a break. 8.8 to play when we come back. Spartans down 3 on E-Town Sports Network. Back from a full Manhattan timeout to try and defend what the Spartans have. That will most likely be the last chance. But who knows? 8.8 to play. Emporia needs 3 points. We're down 15 at one point. We're down 32 to 19 at the half. Seidel gets it in. Newton poked it away from Crowell. Crowell has it. 5 on the clock. Finds Franklin. Jacob, corner. Got it at the buzzer! Nolan Jacob sends it to overtime! Oh my goodness! Oh! 56 from Manhattan! Nolan Jacob, 15 points on 3 threes. The whole stadium has gone into cardiac arrest. Overtime coming for the Spartans. 56-56. We'll take a break and be back on E-Town Sports Network. The Emporia Spartans have sent the entire gymnasium into a state of shock. Nolan Jacob at the buzzer to tie it up at 56 and give us extra basketball from Manhattan. The last overtime game was against Junction City, and the Spartans lost it by 3, 66-69. They look for a different outcome to try and escape Manhattan here tonight. 4 minutes to go. It's into Deering. Deering holds it. Now Newton. Witt holds it. Right back off to Deering. The momentum seemingly with Emporia. Crowd forced a turnover. Stroke brings it down. Under 3.5 minutes to go in overtime. Spartans trying to come back with a win of a century. Jacob bounces in. Franklin. Corner. Franklin. Stroke for the lead. Money! Harry Trout gives the Spartans a 3-point lead. 9 for him. 3 minutes to play. All the momentum with the Spartans. The Manhattan crew over here is speechless. McFadden to answer. They left him open and he got it. Oh, of all people to leave open, they left open Noah McFadden, who's been Mr. Clutch for this team the entire game. 59-59. Seidel fakes the pass. Drives in, gives out Troke. Jacob, short corner, Franklin into Crowell. Troke, pump fakes for another long. Tipped out, Jacob has it. Finds Seidel. Seidel slows it down, 2:20 to play, still a tie game. Seidel thought about it, short corner to Franklin again. Out to Troke, extra pass, Jacob, that corner's been money for him, and it is again! 18 points for Nolan! And back to a 3-point Emporia lead. I don't know if I can handle it, I don't know if anyone in here can. 62-59. Deering up top, McFadden. A game for the ages. Inside, McFadden for the answer again. That time it's long. Jacob grabs the board. 1:40. Emporia's finally going to get to have a possession with the lead. 1:30. Seidel. Off to Jacob. Now Troke. Crossing over, kicks out Crowell. Crowell inside, over to Seidel. Spartans continuing to hold it. Right back out, Jacob. They're going to face guard him now and draws a foul on Deering. And it's going to send Nolan to the line. Talk about Mr. Clutch. He has 18 on 6 3-pointers, had the 2 that kept Emporia in it, and including a buzzer beater. He's going to miss the first there, though. He also had the 3-pointer to give the Spartans a 3-point lead here that they have at the moment. This one to try and get it to 2 scores. He's going to take a deep breath and knock down the second. Makes it a 4-point game. 63-59. 1:10 to play. It's off. McFadden. Inside. Carpenter floater. Got it. To cut it to 2. Big shot from Will Carpenter, who's into double digits with 10. Spartans still have the 2-point lead, 45 to play. Good find to Crowell. Crowell, backside, Jacob, in! Back to a 4-point lead. 21 for him. 65-61, clock down to 30. Carpenter, pump fake, he's stepping back. Misses the 3, Spiegel board. Carpenter backside, got it. Timeout Manhattan. 65-63, Will Carpenter, some big buckets. It's a full, we'll take a break in overtime on E-Town Sports Network. Spartan basketball, they lead it 65-63 with 21.7 to play. We'll see what defense Manhattan can draw up. Spartans trying to hold on. They had grabbed the lead for a couple of quick moments in regulation until Manhattan made big shots to get it back or tie it back up. Jacob has it. Emporia moves through. They got to get it across, though. They do. 15 on the clock, and Jacobs foul. Nolan Jacobs, ginormous free throws. He went one for two earlier. The last overtime win for this team was last year in the final regular season game against Washburn Rule, and the Spartans pulled off the upset in a thriller. First one for Jacob. Long. He's at least got to get this one to extend it to 3. A compilation of huge shots from him. Can they get a free throw from him now to get him to 22 points and push this one out to 3, to where, barring a foul, the best Manhattan could do is tie. Got it! Got it. Leads out to 3. 66-63. Just don't foul. I mean, you don't want to leave him an open shot. Inside, McFadden laid it in with 5.4. 1 point lead. It's out. Joe throws it up. Spartans win it. Jacob wins goodbye. An overtime win. 65-66 in OT. The heart's still racing, and the Spartans rip the hearts out of this Manhattan team for the second time this season and hold on. Oh my goodness, what a game. What a game. The Spartans down 15 in the first half, 13 at halftime, and have come out with an overtime win. And I think half the gym is still recovering from it. My goodness. And the Spartans get a huge win to stay alive for that 4 seed and pretty much clinch most likely a home game at the very least for Sub-State. And now it's going to be looking forward to senior night on Manhattan, or against Junction City. We're going to take a break and be back and debrief what just happened on E-Town Sports Network. back in Manhattan, and my goodness, a much needed overtime win over Manhattan. And for the second time, the Spartans have just beat Manhattan in an absolute thriller. And it's another one-score heartbreaking loss for the Indians, who will fall to 6-13. Emporia will improve to 12-7 and 5-4 in league play, and will have a ginormous game at home for senior night against Junction City. And leading the way was Nolan Jacob with 22. Kobe Franklin had 15, Ryland Crow 12, Harry Troke 9, Josh Rios 4, and then Maddox Shiley and Chase Harrington each had 2. And that was, I mean, for the first 3 quarters, it was the Crowell and Franklin show, and Jacob had a couple of threes sprinkled in there. And then there was a time where in the final 4 minutes, Nolan Jacob said, "This game's mine," and that included overtime as well. And hit the buzzer beater to put this thing in overtime in the first place, and then hit some big shots to help the Spartans bring this one home. Leading the way for Manhattan, Owen McFadden had 18. He had an answer for just about every Spartan score that gave him the lead or tied it up. And then Deering had 16, Carpenter 12 off the bench, Spiegel 7, Newton 6, Knopp 3. And the Spartans, a comeback win, was down 32-19 at halftime, and they end up with the 66-65 overtime win that I think took at least 5 years off the lifespan of everyone in this building. And I mean, just huge. Well, I mean, you could not afford to lose this one if you were in Emporia, and it looked dire for about, I don't know, 30 of the 32 minutes, really. And somehow came out with an overtime win. That'll do it for Manhattan. I'm Javen Arndt signing off.